Hey everybody, Renegade68 here with some more Let's Play 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 boobies, 9 doors. Actually, I think we're a few boobies short. And we don't have enough to say 9 erections either, so I fail in every respect. Let's stop being dirty though, because there were 2 pairs of large iron doors set into the wall in front of him. They looked quite sturdy, and each had handles jutting from them. Written across the surface of each door in red paint was a number. It's not like that's part of the game or anything. It's not like it's in the name. 4. The door on the right had a 4. And the door on the left had a 5. Ooh. They're the same. The guy Junpei had decided to call Silver was mumbling to himself. Yeah, because he just decided that was his name. Although, sometimes people in real life do that sometimes too. The room I woke up had a number on the door, just like that. You too, eh? With an arched eyebrow, the lion looked over at Silver. I love these names. My cell was the same. A number upon the door. I opened it, ran down the hallway outside, and found myself in a rather grand room full of stairs, as I suspect did the rest of it. It was as though the floodgates had been opened. They all began to talk at once. Me too, said somebody. I did too. Yeah, a door with a number on it. It soon became clear that each one of them had awoken in a room with a locked door and solved a puzzle to escape. They'd all ended up in the same place. Huh. It's a good thing we all managed to solve our puzzles, otherwise we'd probably not have 9 people. Or you know what would be funky? If there was actually more than 9 people, but once 9 people got out, the whoever's fucking with all of us was like, well, the rest of you are all dead, bye. That would be kind of morbid. But it would honestly make the most logical sense, because if there was just 9 of us, odds are one of us would probably fuck up and die, but nah. Almost as though they'd been guided here. The rest of you are too slow. You're dead. Yes, we all said the same thing. That's not important. We need to hurry. You think I don't know that, lady? Before the dancer had time to finish, Silver was already running. He knows what's up. Sonic games is all about the running. You know, until you get to the harder worlds with all the enemies where you have to slow down and fight them, and then it gets kind of stupid. Anyways, he grabbed hold of the door labeled 5 and pulled. I'm gonna guess it's not gonna work. However, fuck! It's not opening! Okay, this is officially as R-rated as I want it to be, because we just got an F. I don't think that's been used yet. We've had, like, goddammits and stuff, but okay, that's the first, fuck. So, yeah. Any discretion I may have been taking until now has just died. Boom jokes! Abound! No. It's not opening. This damn thing won't even budge. Move. You're in the way. The mountain grabbed Silver's shoulder and tossed him aside. His path cleared, he took a few steps back, then threw himself at the door. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. The door shook as his body slammed into it, but showed no signs of breaking or opening. The mountain threw himself at the door again. Junpei turned towards door 4. You know, here's a little lesson for you, Mr. Mountain. If it doesn't work the first 4 times, it's not gonna work the next 4 times. Just saying. Next to the door on the wall was a small box. Box? Oh, if you call that a box. It looked just like the one that had been in his room, next to that door. We use our cards? Maybe? Question mark? If it was the same, then this door was likely locked as well. And it's apparently vacant. So no one's in the bathroom? Maybe they're both bathrooms, and when we get in, we literally, like, we spend so long getting in, it's just like, nope, they were bathrooms. Well, oh well. Although, okay, no, let's do a prediction time here. Yeah, Junpei grabbed the handle and threw all of his weight onto it. Let's stop just reading and start predicting. Vacant. Let's be serious. I don't think that's actually some washroom. I'm trying to think of what that means. What that might mean is that, only a certain number of people can go in the doors at once. Like, one's got a 5 and the other's got a 4, and there's 9 of us. So maybe one door will let 5 of us in, the other door will let 4 of us in. We'll be forced to split into 2 groups. And once like 5 of us go in one, it'll say like occupied, and then the door won't open anymore. Of course, how we get the door open in the first place, I don't know. Maybe there is some other set of cards we need to get. Or maybe if we funkily use our cards together, we'll get some, like, digital rootception. Gah! It was locked as tight as the door next to it, as he'd suspected. Damn it! Junpei punched the door. It did not respond. Door used protect! It's super effective? Question mark? Were these the only doors, he wondered? He barely finished the thought when the C-deck plate he passed on his way up sprang, unbidden, to his mind. His body moved before he had time to think. Junpei turned and ran back toward the stairs. Don't trip. It'd be a shame to die that way. He had scarcely taken a step when, at the top of the stairs, next to the ornate clock embedded in the wall, he saw a person. It was a girl. She looked to be the same age as Junpei. He froze, unable to look away from her face. He wasn't confounded by her beauty or something equally silly. No, there was another reason he couldn't take his eyes off the girl. Junpei had seen her somewhere before. Dun dun dun! He couldn't quite remember where, but he knew. He knew he'd met her before. The girl, too, stared at Junpei, similarly stunned. Her response suggested she'd seen him before as well. Gasp! Without saying a word, Junpei walked slowly toward her. She didn't move. It was almost as though she was held in place by some sort of magic spell. As Junpei stepped onto her landing, the spell broke. No sooner had he set his foot down than the whole ship shook a second time. Oh crap, and you're on the stairs. That's not good. Let me guess. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they fall onto each other, right? The quake caught the girl unprepared, and she fell. Right on top of Junpei. Her boobs are going to be right in my face. Moving on instinct, Junpei leapt to catch her. Or so he thought. Boobs on face. Ah, face on face. Close enough. Her face was far closer than it should have been, mere inches from his own. Kiss! 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 He was flat on his back, and she had landed squarely on top of him. The girl seemed as confused as he did, and her face suggested she still hadn't fully recovered from seeing him. I guess they must be really good friends or something, or the way they know them is very intimate? I don't know. I don't think it's too intimate, though. I mean, that would be too easy, right? There's no way we can have a girl right at the beginning of the game. Of course not. For a moment, that seemed to stretch for a very long time. They stared at one another. If that was the case, what's the point in playing the game? The ship stopped shaking. Everything was quiet. Water could be heard from the bottom of the ship, lapping faintly at walls and ceilings, but eventually that faded as well. The silence was complete, a thick, muffling blanket that I'm completely ruining with my terrible commentary. At last, the girl opened her mouth for a big, gushy kiss. Oh my gosh, is that you, Jumpy? Jumpy? Jumpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Jumpty Dumpty had a great fall. And then What's-Her-Face fell on top of him, and then they made out. The end. Jumpy. Her words echoed through Junpei's head, and suddenly his memory returned. Akane? Why hadn't he realized it before? The girl was Akane Kurashiki. Of course. I totally know who that is. This game has totally given me context. She and Junpei had been friends in childhood. They'd gone to elementary school together for 6 years. Well, that's nice. But what was she doing on the ship? Probably same shit as you're doing on the ship. Her soft eyes were only inches away from his own. He could feel the warmth of her face. Just fuck already! Feelings he thought long forgotten began to work their way to the surface. He could feel his face heating up. At that moment, a speaker crackled to life, and a cold, eerie voice blocked his cock. Welcome aboard. I welcome you all from the bottom of my heart to this, my vessel. I am Gold Roger. With the voice's invasion, the spell between Junpei and the Conning was broken, and all hints of having a moist mouth vanished, and I had to go get a drink of water before my mouth got too dry. One of these days, I'm going to be smart enough to start the session with water ready, but it's probably because I'm used to playing Portal, which I didn't have to talk non-stop in, so didn't really need it. Where were we? Yeah, with the voice's invasion, all hints of burgeoning romance instantly forgot. They hurriedly untangled themselves from one another and struggled to their feet. Their 7 companions had heard the voice as well, and many of their faces had gone pale. They looked around frantically, desperate to locate the sound of the source of the voice. Speakers, obviously. At last they found it. A speaker set in the ceiling. I am Zero. And I will destroy Britannia! The captain of this ship. Actually, that's kind of fitting. Because, you know, we're 1 to 9, right? I mean, I have a 5. I think I have 5, yeah. And everyone else probably has 1 through 9 to make 9 people, but you're 0, so that's funky. Still, though, I can't help. There is one other 0 I know of, though. Of course! You're the one who saved me from Sigma! Is that it? That was his name, right? Yeah, Mega Man X? It's been a while. Something like that. I am Zero, the captain of this ship. I am also the person who invited you here. The voice was harsh, obscured occasionally by the crackle of static. I'm sorry that my stuff isn't high quality enough to put through a voice muffler and make it all epic. I'm also too lazy, but my apologies. I hope you can stand the sight of me. And by the sight of me, I mean the sound of me, because you may never see me ever. But Junpei recognized it. How could he have forgotten it? It was that same mechanical voice that he didn't actually hear. From the man in the gas mask. I'm the gas man. I knock you out for your gold. Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm the gas man. Order today and I'll knock you out for your silver as well. Not you, Silver. I mean your actual... Gosh. I quit. This is too confusing. Get better names. Hey, asshole. What the hell is this? Come on out here. I want to get a good look at you. What do you mean to do to us? Yes. Quiet. I mean to have you participate in a game. Oh boy, I love games. Because I'm the king of games, bitches. If only Yugi was here, he'd know what to do. Some of you I know are familiar with this game. What? Familiar? Does that mean some of us have, like... Is this like fucking Gantz? Like where... That'd be funky. Funky? I meant to say funky, but it doesn't really matter. This game has swearing in it. This game has swearing in it anyway, so screw it. This game... That's kind of funky. Like, what if we're all dead? And, like, we're like, no, but we're only mostly dead. And only one of us can come back to life, right? And then someone did. And then, but then, later, they died again, so they're part of the game again. That's what Gantz is all about. Well, I mean, that's something that happened in Gantz, actually. But, they chose to die, though, because they wanted to go back into the game, because they were fucked up. But, yeah. Wait, actually, it says some of you. That means multiple? Okay, let's be realistic for a second. Assume this is a realistic setting where that's all bullshit. So some of us were here, participated in the nonary game already, and now we're back in it? Is that like a hint that there's spies among us? Multiple? Jesus. I could go on forever about predictions right now, but we have so little information that I'm just gonna keep going. The nonary game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line. Nonary game? What the hell's that? The voice continued, implacable. The rules of the nonary game can be found upon your personas. They are simple rules. Live or die. Read them. Nonary game? Hey, there's something in my pocket. Check this out. Yeah, there's something in my boobs. Silver reached into his pocket and pulled out a small slip of paper. The rest of them reached into their own pockets and pulled out similar slips of paper. Junpei followed suit and dug into the pocket of his pants. You'd think he would have done this before. He felt the telltale crumple of paper, slightly damp from his earlier ordeal. Hey, I got one too! Then it would seem Zero has seen fit to grace us each with a letter. Would you mind terribly reading it to us, young man? Oh, what? Because I'm the protagonist? I have to read it? Jesus. His request had been delivered to Junpei, who, after a short moment of surprise, did as he'd been asked. Okay, I'm gonna do my best impression, okay, guys? On this ship, you will find a handful of doors emblazoned with numbers. That's pretty good. Yeah, I have a lot of free time. I'm kind of lonely. We will call them the numbered doors. The doors in front of you are a pair of the same. The key to opening these numbered doors are the notary bracelets. Oh, okay. So I'm guessing we have to do the same thing that we did with the key cards with the bracelets. What it means by vacant is that no one's went through there. So probably to make a 4, what we have to do is, I don't know, I have a 5. So we take myself, and then let's say someone who has an 8. 5 plus 8 is 13, which makes a 4. So, assuming 2 people can go in, unless it's like at least 3, like with the other door, then we'd be able to go in, and then be occupied. No one else can go in. If that's the case, though, then we've got to find somewhere to split ourselves up so that we can each go into a 4 and a 5. Is that doable? Let me do that in my head right now to see if that's doable. Let me think here. So, let's say we had a 5, and then we added, like, a 9 to that. We'd still be at a 5. Then we added, like, a 1 and an 8 to that. We'd still be at a 5. That uses up, like, 4 numbers. And if we had, but no, then does that zero everything else out? No, it doesn't. Because we have 2 and 7, 3 and 6, and a 4. Yeah, okay, yeah, so it's simple. We could zero things out with 9, and then we could make a 4 and a 5. So we could make 2 groups, 1 4 group, 1 5 group. I'm pretty sure either of them could go in either door. So yeah, it's possible. Now, are the numbered bracelets that each of you possess. Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets, and find that the digital root of the number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open. So come and play. Junpei, really? Now's not the time. Sorry. Only those who have opened the door may pass through. There are, however, limits. Okay, yeah, so if you open the door, if you're one of the people who uses your bracelet to open the door, that means anyone else isn't allowed to enter. I wonder what would happen if they tried to. Probably just maybe they'd get, like, speared to death, like in Danganronpa. Gungnir spear, go! There are, however, limits. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. That's still doable. We can have 4 go through one door, 5 go through the other. All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute. What does that mean? All who enter must leave. If we're entering, we are leaving, right? Does that mean... Okay, that might mean anyone who uses their bracelet on the door has to pass through. That might be what it means. And anyone who passes through has to contribute. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know. Bracelet, Junpei figured, had to mean the bulky thing on his wrist. He glanced around. It looked like everyone else had one as well, and had come to much the same conclusion. The process of the game is simple. Leave this ship alive. That sounds fun. It is hidden when an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Ha-ho! That's like what we had at the beginning, right? Seek a door that carries a 9. Oh. Shit. Shit just got serious. If the only exit is a 9, and if it follows the same rules, that means I don't think all of it... Wait. If it has to be 3 to 5 people, then we definitely all can't leave alive. Oh god. If it can be up to all of us, then I think we can still all leave alive, because 1 and 8, 2 and 7, 3 and 6, 4 and 5 plus 9 will still give us 9. But if we have to do 3 to 5 people, then that's kind of fucked up. And if we're 5 and we're leaving alive, then that'd be kind of morbid to think of the possible combinations of people that could leave with us. But I don't want to think about that right now. Junpei had reached the end of the letter, mostly because I still don't know anyone else's number. There was a long moment of silence, and then the speaker crackled to life once more. There's one last thing I must tell you. As you have no doubt surmised, this ship has begun to sink. On April 14th, 1912, the famous ocean liner Titanic... What?! It's not an Easter egg at all! He actually mentioned it. This is an actual replica, probably. That's what's going on, right? The famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into an iceberg. After remaining afloat for 2 hours and 40 minutes, it sank beneath the water of the... Hey, we're supposed to have 9 hours, though, right? It's in the title. North Atlantic. I will give you more time. 9 hours. Yeah, thought so. This is the time you will be given to make your escape. I hope you brought your escape ropes, but that would make this too easy. The voice finished, and the speaker went silent. The sound of a bell tolling echoed through the hall. It came from the dance hall adjacent to the stairwell. So yeah, fuck, this isn't just an Easter egg. This is purposely meant to look like the Titanic. It took those assembled on the stairs mere moments to trace the sound of an antique clock embedded in the wall. 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay. It's probably dinging once for every hour we have left. The sound of the 9th bell faded away. The 10th never came. That meant the time was 9 o'clock. Most likely 9 o'clock in the evening. When Junpei had peered out the window of the cell, he'd seen nothing but blackness. It had been night. It had to be nighttime. Hey, racist! Darkness! Thank you very much. If that was the case, then they would need to escape by 6 a.m. the following day. That's a pretty random guess. Had to... Wait. Oh! Unless by 9 it meant 9 p.m. Okay. I thought the 9 clicks just meant you have 9 hours left. But okay, it starts at 9 p.m. Gotcha. Now it is time. Let our game begin. Okay, who the hell are you and why are you doing this? I love setups like this, where it's like, what, you don't know. You don't know anything about this. Like, maybe he's just some fucked up person. Who knows? Even if he is, I'm fine with that. Because this is still going to be really fun, I'm guessing. I wish you all the best of luck. The speaker went silent and did not speak again. Well, shit. We should get our shit in gear then. Silver yelled at the speaker with language coarse enough to embarrass a sailor, but the rest of Junpei's companions were silent, deep in thought. Junpei, too, was consumed by his thoughts. There was a great deal he didn't understand. Who was Zero? Of course, no one ever could figure it was Lelouch, although this Zero is smart enough to actually use a voice modifier. Unlike Lelouch, who it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna use my same voice. Whatevs. What was the Nonary game? Why had he chosen to make them part of it? Was he a criminal who took delight in playing with his victims? Or did he have some other purpose? And why had Junpei been chosen as part of this insane game? I don't think it's as simple as random selection. I think we probably all had some kind of connect. Okay, here's my theory. I think that Zero... I think this isn't just some random thing. I think Zero is someone who somehow knows all 9 of us, and for some reason hates us. I'm gonna quickly bring something up. Ghost Trick. There's a person in that game who tries to, screw a lot of people over for revenge, but the revenge is kind of unfounded, because most of the things he's revenging for are really small things that just kind of all added up together to be kind of shitty together. So it's possible that, even though all of us here are probably good people, we probably all, it's possible, I'm guessing, that we all did some small thing that really hurt this person, and that's why he wants to fuck with us now. That's my guess, if I had to make a guess. But, I don't know anything about it. I'm just, off the top of my head, I don't think this is a random thing. Just judging by the type of story-driven game it is, I think it'd be very cop-out-ish if it's just, oh yeah, he just randomly picked 9 people. Why have any of them chosen? But one question was foremost on his mind. What is her boob size? Akane. They hadn't seen one another since elementary school. Why had she appeared now? Coincidence? No, that would be a very poor story development if it was a coincidence. Yeah, that seemed impossible. And from a writer's point of view, now that you've said that, there's no way it's the case. As for why, yeah, it's probably something to do with all 9 of them. The number 9 is probably also very important to this person. There had to be a reason. He didn't know what it might be, but there had to be a reason. Very well. The lion's voice seemed oddly loud in the silence. Standing around here won't do us any good. Best we get moving, don't you think? Get moving? Are you planning to open the numbered doors? Hey, wait! Don't tell me you're actually gonna do what this zero says. No, that's not what I mean. The lion shook his head, mildly annoyed. I'm saying let's find another way. Why bother with that? We know how the doors work, right? Honestly, this guy trapped us here. If he was gonna kill us, he would have killed us. That's my mindset anyways, if I was going into a situation like this. Like, he had every opportunity to shank me. He's doing this because he enjoys it. He wouldn't just make it so that we step in the doors and we die. That'd be pointless. So it's a waste of time to look for another way out, in my opinion. After all, we haven't really examined this place yet. This isn't much of a prediction, but calling it now, this leaves nothing but them realizing they have to use the doors. What? Yes, this is a clock, I realize. Time is passing. Their separate investigations finished. All 9 people returned to where they'd left one another. The result of all their work was nothing. No shit! They were completely sealed in. Their hard work had not gone completely to waste, however. They had learned a number of things as they scoured the parts of the ship they could reach. It seemed that they were confined to decks A through C. Okay. C deck was as far down as they were able to go, however. The reason being, D deck was completely submerged. But look at that, it just stopped. This isn't a ship. We're not on a ship. This is a replica of the inside of the ship, but we are definitely not in a ship. We're outside of a ship. Yeah, we've got to be. I don't think we're even on a boat. You lied to us! The boat is a lie! The meme is a lie! Yeah, like this can't be. This has got to be a controlled environment. And when we get out, that'll probably become a fact to us at the end of the game, I'm guessing. Yeah, if he can control it like this, this is almost certainly not an actual boat that's sinking, because that would be far too convenient. It's possible he could rig the boat so that, like, if he's smart enough, he can make it so that in 9 hours it completely sinks. There's no way he can control it to this level. Strangely, however, the water risen no higher than D-deck. Yeah, we're not even on a boat. God damn it!